What's going on, Show Nation? It's Movie with Movie Gaming TV, and we got two new cards for the start of the new ranked season year. The two new cards are Zach Britton and Tino Martinez. So if you are able to play ranked seasons and go all the way up the board, you can get to the World Series reward. You will still be able to choose the other players, but you will be able to choose one of 5 players. And now we've seen Tino Martinez and Zach Britton get added to the fray. So if you want this card, you can either grind up to World Series. I got a video on my channel today giving you guys some tips on how to make the World Series division, as well as you can buy them in the marketplace. So I've taken a look at their stats, and Tino Martinez, never been in the game before to my recollection. He's never been in it before. 91, 104, 68, 71, has 90 vision, has gold fielding at 80. I know it says silver because he doesn't really have that great of an arm. His reaction isn't that good, and his speed isn't that good. I'm interested to see what his swing would be like, but to be honest with you, with this card, it is not particularly that great. But maybe they released it in this situation as kind of like it's definitely a nostalgic card. I didn't even really realize that Tino Martinez was right-handed. I guess you can see it in the picture. I hadn't thought about that much either, but he bats left, he throws right. It is only a 92 version of his card. It's not like a signature series version of his card. It is a 1997 All-Star. So some of these cards, they aren't going to be super stacked because it isn't like it's not like a prime version of the card. It's not like the best version of the card in history. But just looking at his stats, 91, 104, 68, 71, 90 vision, 80 fielding, 34 speed. This is not, I don't know. This is a cool nostalgic card. But to be honest with you, when I look at some of the other first basemen that I have, I don't think I will be using this card for any particular reason. I think like this face of the franchise, Matt Olson, a lot better. 82, 57, 104, 90 with only 58 vision. The only thing about Tino, he does have a lot of vision. He just doesn't have a ton of contact and power versus left, which isn't that great. I guess they're around the same speed, but Matt does have 95 fielding. I also, at first base, you know, Giambi's very good, 97, 101, 84, 82, 72 vision. Doesn't have that great of fielding. So I guess kind of looking at a couple of them, you know, Willie Stargell's an absolute freaking beast with that 100, 102, an amazing swing, 91 contact versus right, 72 contact versus left, 60 fielding, you know, 27 speed. So he doesn't really have that good of defense, to be honest with you. You know, Pete Alonso, 68, 60, 103, 106, 64 fielding, 40 speed. Frank Thomas, I think this card's actually extremely underrated. I don't know why we haven't seen this card much on the top levels. I know it's only a gold 84, but it's just got the stats in the right spots. It really does. You know, the 80s or the 73, 57, the 89, 96, 77 vision is pretty high for this game right now to have power. It really is. 43 fielding, 50 arm, 33 speed. You get this from doing the big map of Conquest. So he's also like, his fielding isn't good, but he's gigantic out there. It's you know, you can see he's like 6'5", 275. He might have the biggest player model I've ever seen in MLB The Show. So what does that mean? I mean, you're able to catch line drives that are hit really. It's like he has a big catch radius, so to speak, to use almost like a football turf. This is John Olerud, 107, 121, 63, 54, 88 vision, has 88 fielding and 31 speed. So he doesn't have like a ton of pop, but he does have a lot of vision, a lot of contact. Swing's okay. I believe you get this from the Mets collection. I'm not 100% sure, but I think that's where I got that thing. I'm almost positive that's where I got that thing from. But I personally, I like Matt Olson a lot. I like his swing. I like Matt Olson. I like Stargell. So I like them better than this Tino Martinez card. But when we compare, you know, different cards here, it's definitely an interesting. It's kind of like a blend between some stuff, you know. 91, 104 with 90 is actually really good. I mean, that's actually, when I think about this more and I look at the other cards, the 91 to 104 is pretty good. The only problem is like that 68, 71 versus left is not very good. The 80 fielding is not bad either. I know, again, it says silver up in the top right, but it's taken into consideration the other stuff. That 67 reaction is not very good though. Fielding and reaction combined together really make him a lot better. What does Matt Olson have? I feel like he has really good. I feel like he has really good reaction too. I could be wrong about that. Yeah, he has 95, 94, which is just crazy elite. It's crazy too that he has a gold plate for his defense. That's for first base when you're not too worried about the arm or the arm accuracy. You're worried about the fielding and the reaction, and both of his are really solid. Still, and he's got a great swing. But so this Tino Martinez card, it's all right. It's interesting. It's very interesting. 91. 104 again, 68, 71, 90 vision, which is a lot right now. And 91, 104 with 90 vision is a lot right now. It really is. I'm interested to see how this card's gonna play. I'm not too high on this card. I think one of the reasons I'm not too high on this card also is because this is the other card that we got today. And this card is a monster. 110, 99, 84, 98 HR per 9, which really isn't too much of a factor online. 122 pitching clutch. Don't overrate pitching clutch. It gives like a slight boost with runners on score, with runners in scoring position that are on. It gives a slight boost. It might make your PCI a little bit smaller, but it's not anything crazy. It might lower the opponent's contact rating by like 1 or 2. It's nothing like insane, but it is nice to have, I guess. 89 control, 99 velo, 99 break. He has the sinker, the slider, the 4-seam fastball. His delivery is always really good too. I mean, just the sinker, the slider. This card is a problem. It's always very difficult to pick up this Zach Britton card. This is an excellent card. This is a card you're going to want to this is a card that you're gonna want. I mean, this is going to be a card that you're absolutely going to want in your bullpen. This is like an in-game type of bullpen card because he has good H per 9, which I like more than K per 9 by a lot. 110 over there. They actually gave him really good control as well. They gave him great velocity and great break. Good luck hitting that sinker. I don't really throw a 4-seam or a 2-seam with him. Good luck hitting the sinker, and then that slider's way slow. This is a huge win for this card, and honestly, he would fit it's going to be a big debate with this card whether or not to sell him. I'll go show you guys my bullpen right now. I probably would replace Chapman with him. I've had my ups and downs with Chapman. I don't like him sometimes, and sometimes I really do like him because he doesn't have the control, but it's not a card you just love seeing come in the game when you got like a left on left towards the end of the game. Sometimes he can be really dominant. I do have Rob Nen in here, 110, 113. Highly suggest you guys go pick this card up. It's really, really, really good, and it's not that expensive. It's expensive, but it's not that expensive. You know, we're talking what, like 30 or 40K, I want to say, around there. Maybe he's a little bit higher, maybe he's a little bit lower than that. Probably on the 38K. I'm not sure, but when I bought him for around 38K. Excellent car. Was in the headliners packs this week for set 9. I have Andrew Miller, the BR reward, 112, 120. He's been solid. I really like having a good bullpen in MLB The Show. I like having pitchers that I really like. And I'm very critical of the pitchers. Like, I like ones that I really, really like. And Andrew Miller is one of them. Extremely expensive, though. Runs about like 130K. I just picked up Trevor Hoffman today. I had to save up for him, but I was able to save up from flipping and doing a lot of showdown. I was able to get him 110, 121. It doesn't seem like he has a lot of control, but when I played against the computer, just testing him out after I picked him up, his control, he's got a really good motion. His control feels just fine, and I really like to use him still. 99. He doesn't throw very hard, but it's just what's so good about Hoffman is that changeup can be really difficult to come back on. Like, when you're down, like, let's say you have a lead of like 4 runs and your opponent really needs to get some like home runs to come back, like that changeup's just really hard to drive out for a home run. So he's got the circle change, the 4-seam, a cutter, a slider, and a curveball. That you never really use the curveball, but I've been using this card since about MLB 18, and I really like this card. But he was really expensive. I tried to put in a buy order for him to get him like 111,000, but I ended up just buying him straight up at like 138, which is actually pretty high to buy him for that. But because I went on the shownation.com and looked at like what he had been actually selling for, but only like 3 of these sell a day, and I was just like, you know what, I'm gonna get him because eventually he could become 160. so I went for him. I still have Sean Doolittle. Doolittle is another guy that it's kind of like the guys that I'm going to replace eventually are Doolittle and Chapman at this point, because they just Doolittle doesn't have crazy per nines. Chapman has better per nines and throws really hard. Doolittle has good per nines, but he's just super accurate. You know, he's got really good control. Most of the time you can spot his pitches really well, so he's been like really good. I think, in my opinion, the best collection reward. I mean, I still have Adam Ottavino, who's you know, he's pretty good. Charlie Morton, you can get him out of here. Garrett and Wood, you know, can go and get them. Asuna is always good, but Doolittle's been solid. Billy Wagner, extremely solid. 117, 125. This might be the best collection reward out of him, and Stargell, probably the best like division collection rewards, you know, or it has like AL West, AL Central, all that kind of stuff. Like, he's the AL West one with Trout, 117, 125. That's just insane per nines. He doesn't have the changeup, but the curveball works enough as the changeup. It really does. And then obviously my guy Rolly. I mean, 107, 111, 96, 99, 94 control, 91 break. Make sure you take Kluber and Rolly. Make sure. In those packs, take Kluber, take Rolly. Rolly's going to come in handy a lot, man. Like, he's going to come in handy a lot. But that gets us back to Zach Britton. And you know, he's definitely... I don't even think I'm going to be able to sell this reward. I'm going to keep Zach Britton. Like, that's going to be my plan. I know a lot of people are going to ask me that question, but I'm definitely going to keep Zach Britton without question. 110.99. God, I don't know who I'm going to replace. I'm either going to replace Doolittle or I'm going to replace Chapman. I'm going to have to... God, that's tough, man. That's tough. But this card is definitely going in the pin. 100% this card's going into the bullpen. Tino Martinez, I'm just kind of interested to see what happens with him, see what people think about him. The 91, 104, 90 is not bad right now. Pretty good defense. It's just that you're not to platoon him with somebody else. So that is to say, if they have a left-handed pitcher, you're probably not going to want to use them. You're going to want to use someone that has more contact versus left and power versus left. And I'm trying to think of like who a good example of that would be, honestly, that still has some decent... I mean, it's like, are you going to take him out to put in Willie Stargell? It just kind of feels a little bit weird. I would have been nice if he had like 80 contact versus left and like 81 power versus left. And this card would be amazing, but his stats that year, 1997, I guess, were not good enough to get to that point. At least I haven't looked him up, but that's what I'm assuming. Oh, there's Rob Nin too. He's not that expensive. So yeah, that's pretty much my review on the new World Series cards, and what I'll most likely do is pick up Zach Britton. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. Enjoyed the new ranked seasons. I will be streaming it later tonight. I got some stuff I got to take care of first of all, and then I will be on tonight. I'm gonna try to get to the ranked seasons as quickly as possible. Usually, actually, now that I think about it, it's like if I'm just gonna keep this card, it's not as important. But if you do make it tonight, you will be able to sell this card for a lot. This is an excellent card. What would I price this card at? I would probably price this card around the same spot as to be honest with you, let's see, where is Miller's going for 146. Let's see what Trevor Hoffman's going for, if I can find him very quickly at the end of this video. Let's see, Hoffman. There he is, 138. So I'd probably place that Britton for at least over 100k. Especially if you get him tonight. If you get him tonight, you might be even able to place him for like 200k, but eventually he's gonna settle in that like 100 to 140, 150k range. It's just a really good card. So this is one that's gonna hold its value. I would definitely pick Britton over Tino Martinez, because Tino Martinez is just... If we're comparing which one's better, Zach Britton's like a lot better than the Tino Martinez. Tino Martinez is cool for the nostalgic, so definitely take Britton and either just use him, honestly, or if you need a big stub boost, go ahead and sell him. I mean, there's gonna be a lot more people that make World Series, but I could see this one staying up there in price just because it's an excellent card. But I know a lot of people want to cash out on the stubs and have the stubs to do whatever with. But thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.